Hey Leo, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading where we are exploring your monthly theme, which is the Six of Pentacles. It's talking about giving and receiving, reciprocity, and your weekly energy of aloneness. And that's talking about the difference between being alone and being lonely. And so where these two come together, it's going to be a question of what happens and what changes when you start to give to yourself what it is you've been giving to everyone else. And so I'm using Audacious Action Angels and the Everyday Tarot. I have stack 1, 2, 3. They're timestamped below so you can skip right to the one or more than one that you feel like is calling out to you. This is a general reading, so if you need a personal one that's more tailored to your situation, I have an Etsy page linked below where you can find all of what I have to offer, or even design your own, because I have a section with each deck, so you can just choose the ones that you want that speak to you and ask your question that way. Please like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm almost at 50 and I'm so grateful to all of you. So when I hit that 50 mark, I'm going to do a special video with lots of pick-a-cards for different themes like love and money and all that good stuff. So stack 1, you have the King of Swords, the 3 of Swords, an Archangel of Mental Makeovers. And all those spotlights do really remind me of all the swords that we have going on here. That's like beams of light representing truth and knowledge, wisdom, and all that mental clarity that are represented by the sword suit here. So let me think a second. Let me look. So this question that these two cards represent, your weekly question on the table, which is what happens when you start to shower yourself with what you've been showering with others. You may have been approaching it very analytically in order to bypass or avoid painful emotions, represented by this three of Swords. But help is on the way here. That's what this is all about, mental makeovers, to help shine the way out of what feels like at this point to be like a mental maze. It's like you've been expending a lot of mental energy and painted yourself into a corner. And so the 3 of Swords, it's almost like in this sense feels like when you bite your lip. And once you do, you know you're going to do it a bunch of times because that area is going to be swollen. You're going to keep doing it until you cannot do it for long enough for it to heal. And so it's like you're trying to answer this question, and you end up coming to the same reasons why you can't do it. Like it's like Groundhog Day, or like the Blair Witch, or in Stranger Things when Elle, was messing with their compass so they couldn't get to where they were going. It's like kind of like this circular or maze-like thought process that just isn't getting you anywhere with this answer. And that's because it's an emotional question. And so there is a stuck place to that. And so with this is going to be being open to epiphanies and unexpected jolts of insight. Open your ears to other perspectives. Pay attention to memes or articles or something out of the ordinary, something stark, something that's going to really grab your attention, that's going to kind of shake you out of this and show the way out, because it's like you're kind of on this merry-go-round. And so there is promising something here that's going to try to like wake you up from that and break you out of that and like get you back into your heart so you can get more in touch with the emotions that are going to help you get what it is that you want with this investment in yourself. Stack 2, you have the 6 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and On Your Knees. So we have these 2 Wands cards here, and that's going to be a lot of creative energy, something that you're generating and putting out into the world. And so we have this Queen along with a card of humility. And this is making me think of Cinderella, who starts the movie like this and ends the movie like this, right? Or no, I'm holding up the 6. This is the Queen right here. That's what I meant. All that stuff I said only with this card being held up. But however, look at her. Look how triumphant she is as well. There's some mirroring there. So anyway, you go from this here, this humble position, to victorious and royal, regal, regality, very much exactly like the Cinderella story. Only with wands, this isn't not talking about in the hit it big with a prince that's going to take care of you sense. That would be pentacles. But no, this is wands. So this is something that you're creating, something that you're doing, something that's being generated in your fiery oven of passion and desire. So anyways, so it does show you being surrounded by humbling circumstances, a bullshit situation, to put it bluntly, and it's legitimately sucky. Okay. It's something that does have you on your knees to a point, something that you don't have control over, something that has laid your ego to waste or laid your comfortable life to waste. But like, just like Cinderella, her cushy life was ripped away from her when her father passed, and she found herself having her life turned upside down and having to live a very different way. But while on the surface it doesn't appear to be a wealthy place, it is a huge opportunity in disguise. It's like the singing that she did while she worked, if you want to look at the Disney version, that she sang while she worked, because she was able to she didn't dwell on what she had lost, but she was in the moment and able to generate joy in wherever she found herself, rather than expecting joy and happiness and light to be handed to her because her circumstances were soft and luxurious and looked a certain way and were rich and wealthy in a certain way. But she saw she had it inside of her, and she brought it out into the world. So that wealth and that joy and stuff, she took it out of her and then brought it out into the world, instead of being empty and wanting the world to put that into her with dresses and whatever. So the Queen of Wands is Cinderella spewing out joy in a situation that's brought her to her knees and uprooted her comfortable life. And in the end, she is the real queen in the real world in a very physical way, because she didn't let her situation dampen her spirit or dull her light. So that's what the situation is calling you to do, is to be like Cinderella, which is where the situation may not be giving you light. It's you that's going to generate that's going to be the queen of this. Make sense? Be like Cinderella. All right, stack 3. 6 of Pentacles. Hey, hey. 4 of Swords. Also, aloneness. Angelic personal trainer. So this right here, this is awesome. This kills me. So we've got these two, which mean the exact same thing, and these actually are the exact same card, the 6 of Pentacles. So this is an exact mirror of what your overall theme is for the week. Generosity to yourself. Showing love and care upon yourself. Showering and showing yourself love. Not giving it away to others so that you feel depleted and then having to get it back externally. It's like, if you're giving it and giving it and giving it and, draining your cup, then you do depend on other people to put that back into you and to pour back into you. So when you aren't doing that to yourself, when you are fulfilling and self-sustaining, you aren't dependent and reliant on other people to give that to you. And that's not alone, that's not lonely, that's being alone, that's being self-sufficient, that's being independent. I would think aloneness I consider more independent than lonely. So it is talking about releasing yourself from that kind of codependent relationship to the world. And so this is a big message to take a time out, to take care for yourself, take care of your needs, take care of your integration, your regeneration, your preparation to rejoin the world when everything that's going on out there is over. To not just distract, but to use the time to give to yourself and to fill your cup. Don't be draining yourself still. Time like this time out, this ability to take a break and to have some alone time, some independent time, is a gift if you use it properly and don't just distract and drown it all out with TV. Anyway, so the angelic personal trainer is like, I equate this to like the Knight of Pentacles in the tarot. It's reminding you to put this practice, to practice it in everyday ways, every single day, some small way if you want to see results. It's good. It's not, I guess I feel like because of the way I was talking earlier, like this, it's going to be this big thing, but it's actually not. It doesn't mean turn off the TV totally, turn off social media totally. There can be a balance there, but it does mean having a certain degree of dedication and persistence, perseverance, and to show up for yourself in this way, in some small way, or to create a ritual for it in some way, or to carve out space for this in some actual real way that will have over time a cumulative effect. It reminds me of the way Henry Rollins talks about when he learned to lift weights, or when his coach or whoever it was gave him weights, and he said, now don't look in the mirror for however many months or until a certain holiday passed or whatever it was. And it's so, because if you look at yourself every single day looking for those results and they don't happen, you're going to get discouraged, and you can talk yourself out of showing up each day. Because if it's like, if I'm not going to see a result each day, what does one day matter if I do it or not? And that can be an illusion that fools us into not showing up, which you won't get the same results. And then it turns out you're right. So don't look, don't dwell, don't look at the mirror every single day expecting, where's that muscle going to pop out? Don't even, just engage in the process every single day, show up every single day. And then in a few months from now, check your progress and look, and you will see major gains and major transformation, and you will see that cup just like, okay, so I'm talking about weightlifting, maybe because this personal trainer card got me to thinking about exercise and fitness, but this can be the same thing as like pennies in a penny jar, and how if you put them in like a clear jar, it maybe seems like it fills very slowly, but if you put it like in a covered, like a jar where you can't see in it, like a piggy bank, or put a piece of cloth over it and fill it up, and then don't look for 6 months, and then you uncover it and you're like, oh my god, that's a lot of change in there, I did good. So it's that kind of thing. All right. Okay, Leo, I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you.